didn't usually bother me, but I hated myself right then for being unfit. My run had slowed into a fast walk because breathing had started to feel like inhaling shards of glass. All I could think was if I'd stuck to the diet I'd started a month ago, I could have reached Hugo already. Eventually, the monotony of bricks and pavements broke, and the field of green came into view. Once through the gates, I passed the playground and the fountain, kept going around the pond and down past the gigantic cedar until I saw the neglected bandstand. Bandstand. Hugo! His name rolled off my tongue as a whisper when I saw the hunched figure a short distance away. I ran for the stone steps that led up onto the polygonal stage and, when I got there, took them two at a time. Hugo! Dressed in his school uniform, minus the blazer, Hugo had his back to the metal railings, his head buried deep in his knees, which he was hugging close to his chest. Tossing my bag onto the floor, I knelt down beside him. Hugo, what is it? His body started rocking back and forth, gently at first, but when I tried to take his arm, he pulled back and started moving even faster. A loud sob ripped from his throat, and he flung his head back onto the railings. The sound of the impact made me jump, forced a rush of air into my lungs. Then he did it again, and he wouldn't stop. Hugo! Hugo, stop it! I begged, but he didn't. He just kept crying, kept banging, and I knew immediately I'd done the wrong thing by yelling. He didn't like yelling, never had. I took a deep breath, forced myself to calm down. I could do this. I'd helped him 100 times before. Sometimes it felt like I was the only person who ever had. Shuffling forward on my knees, I wrangled out of my coat, a bomber jacket with lots of padding, and wedged it behind his head in between strikes. I held it in place with my arm outstretched, making a conscious effort not to touch him. He needed space. Silence. The grip his mind had over him would let go soon. It always did. I just hated that it had to grip him at all. As expected, his body started running out of energy. Each thump against my coat yielded a little less power than the last. I breathed a gentle shh, hoping he didn't find the sound too overwhelming. Oi, oi! The call from across the park made me turn my head. Stay to that! Fucking spaz! I ignored the taunts and laughter being fired from the vile mouth of Justin Thomson and his equally cretinous followers. Instead, I scooted to the side, blocked Hugo from their line of vision. Total eclipse! One of them shouted like I hadn't heard that one 1,000 times. They were too stupid to be original. Oi, Sumo, and it time to get the spastic back to the Mong ward. It's okay, Hugo, I whispered, ignoring the pieces of shit behind us and the pain they caused. I hated that their words affected me, though I'd never let them know it. They soon left after failing to gain a reaction, no doubt to find someone else to persecute. Helen. The sound of Hugo's voice jolted me into action faster than a shock of electricity to my heart. I don't know how I'm supposed to keep doing this. I released my grip on the coat, lowered myself to his level. Do what, Hugo? Tell me what's wrong. Carefully, I rested a hand on the top of his arm. He didn't seem to mind, so I pressed a little firmer, rubbed it gently. His hands went up, hiding his face, and it was then I saw the marks. Oh, Hugo. His name dried on my tongue as I reached out to take his arm. He let me, didn't resist when I curled my fingers around his wrist and lowered it down to his knee. His skin was marred by several cuts inside his forearm, uneven lines of red crisscrossed above the wrist. It was difficult to see where some ended and others began as dried blood and fresh bruising blended the image together. Did you do this? I knew he had. Don't know why I'd asked. He turned his hand over and looked away from me as if he felt embarrassed. I'm sorry. I grabbed his other arm, the one closest.